Alright, what's up? Welcome to another ball review. Today I'll be comparing the new release from 900 Global, the Altered Reality, and we're going to compare that to my Dart Code and the RSTX2, okay? And then we're going to see where these fit in my arsenal, okay? For me, the Dart Code is going to be a little bit stronger with the stronger pearl cover, and then the Altered Reality, and then the RSTX2, which has a very clean pearl cover for me. Okay, now this is the second Dart Code that I have drilled. The first one, you can see one of my previous videos when I first got the Dart Code before it was released in June. We drilled a 30 by 4.5 by 30. That's with my old PAP. This one is a newer one. I have a new PAP. The layout on this Dart Code is going to be 60 by 4 3/4 by 30. Okay, and the layout on my Alternate Reality is 35 by 4 3/4 by 45. Okay, the layout on the RSTX2 is 40 by 5.5 by 40. Now when I get all the bowling balls, I do drill them for a purpose, okay? I know I could just drill them exactly the same way each time and get a true comparison of what they are, but unfortunately I like to drill mine to fit into my arsenal where the balls can be versatile for me, okay? If I drill everything the same, for me the balls primarily might roll all the same, and if I'm using them on different house shots, different areas, different patterns, then there won't be any reason to have multiple bowling balls for me, I think. Okay. All right, so what have I seen out of these three balls so far? Well, the Altered Reality I've only had for about a week, but from what I've seen so far in the one league night they used it, and also just throwing it after it was drilled, it's very clean through the fronts, revs up in the mid lane, and very continuous to the pins. This reaction is, for me, makes my eyes go wide open. I love this type of reaction out of the bowling balls. So far, even in just a week, I know this ball is going to be really good for me. But with the Dart Code, it's a lot earlier, okay? A little bit earlier. Still clean through the fronts because of the pearl cover, but it's a little slower off the drive for me. With my rev rate and my speed, it's not as angular as, I mean, it might be from some other people, but for me, it has a little bit of kick off the drive, a little quicker, but it does slow down a lot more than the Altered Reality. Now for the RSTX2, with this 5.5 inch pin layout and the very clean cover, pearl cover that's on this ball's very, very, very clean for me. It goes down lane with no problem at all. So for me, the way this ball looks like, it looks like possibly a stronger high road pearl. I have not drilled a high road pearl before, but for me, I think that's where this ball would fit for me, where I could use it later in blocks when the lanes are dry and I have to get in deeper on the lanes. All right, now I also, in my arsenal, I do have a UFO alert, okay? So that's right here. Okay, and this one is drilled 50 by 4 3/8 by 20, and this ball would fit right in between these two, right in between the Altered Reality and the RSTX2. I also, in the past, have had a nuclear cell, but that's with my old PAP, my old layout, and also a parallax effect. Also, two other strong asymmetrical balls that have pearl covers. So with my new PAP, the nuclear cell would be less than 4 inches. And the parallax effect would be about 3 7/8. So a high flaring, want to be really early. Bowling on 38-foot house shot here. I would say it's been a little cold outside, but this place tends to hook a lot earlier. So I'm gonna get up, go out there on the lanes, and show you what these balls can do.
While filming for this video, I have a better ball reaction on lane 38 compared to lane 37. Stay tuned for shots later in this video where I throw 3 shots with each ball on lane 37 to show the difference in the topographies of each lane during filming. The Altered Reality is clean through the heads, revs up in the mid lane, and is continuous through the pins. For me, this is a predictable ball motion. When I have a more consistent and predictable ball motion, it is easier to see from shot to shot how the lanes are transitioning to make the best adjustments. If I flat 10, it's time to move left. If the ball is slowing down too quick, possibly time for a zone change or ball change. As an older bowler, I tend to be stubborn with ball changes. I know the game has changed to use multiple pieces to match up with the conditions you're bowling on from game to game and night to night in league, or figuring out which ball to use on different patterns during a tournament, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. The surface of the Altered Reality is still out of box. For me, if the shiny pearls wiggle down the lane, then I use a 2000 Avalon by hand to smooth out the reaction, but so far that is not the case with this ball. After seeing the shots of me rolling the Altered Reality, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. In the beginning of the video, I mentioned the Dark Code is clean through the heads and is slower off the spot, but from the way this ball is rolling on this lane during filming, it is sharper off the spot down lane. But as I throw more shots and move left to get into more oil, now the ball is making a slower shape off the dry. The surface on this Dark Code is still out of box, but with games on it. If you haven't seen my previous ball review on the Dark Code with a stronger pin placement, I suggest when the video is over, check it out. The RST X2 is very clean and sharper off the dry. This ball was drilled with a 5.5 inch pin placement because of my PAP change. When considering a pin up or pin down layout, I was not sure if a pin down layout would have the first flares clip my thumb because of how close my track is to my thumb. If my release has too much axis rotation, this ball will hit my thumb. With this longer pin, this ball is more of a condition specific piece for me. The last few shots with the RST X2 are finishing up. Now it's time for me to move to lane 37. How is the topography different on this lane compared to lane 38? To me, the lane looks like the balls are starting to hook earlier on 37 compared to 38, making all three slower off the spot down the lane.
Well, thank you everybody for watching my ball review comparison video for the 900 Global Altered Reality, the Storm Dark Code, and also the Roto RST X2. Stay tuned for my next ball review, which will be the 900 Global Wolverine.